Hey, this is Chris, and I am checking dice. Appreciate you watching my video. Today, I am going to do something slightly different than usual in that I am going to simulate a session, and I think I want to start trying this more often because this allows me to practice shooting, which I like doing, and I am a dice setter. And it also helps me simulate the other times around the table when I'm not the shooter and I play my hybrid strategy. So I thought I'd make a video. This probably will be a little bit longer than normal. Um, but if you like this kind of video, then I hope you enjoy watching. If not, then you won't watch anyway. But this is to try to help me just get some practice. As Ed from Roll the Wind says, practice like you play. So I like to practice the way I play on other shooters and the way I play on myself and when I'm shooting. And that's what I'm going to do. I have a $300 bankroll, and let's get some dice. And we'll just go with those two since they're there. I do have the big and the small dice. My local casino uses the smaller dice. I did play at a casino that used big dice the other day, probably a few weeks ago, and it it actually was a completely different feel. I hadn't played with those dice in quite a while with bigger dice. So, okay, so I'm going to assume I'm walking up to a cold table or a table I don't know, and I'm not the shooter. Someone else is going to be shooting. What do I do in that situation? Well, the way I start is with the $25 don't pass, and this is my hybrid strategy. So I'm going to random roll a few times around the table, and then we'll get to me shooting. But this is random rolling. We're coming out, and we have a point of 9. I forgot to put a 5. No, I'm gonna play the all tall small like I do, and I play that on every shooter as well. I play a 2-1-2 on the all tall small, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Let's see here. Yeah, you can kind of see it up there on the top. It's not sure how that'll look when I finish editing it, but I'm gonna mark these up here on my all tall small, and yeah, let's see. I have a 2-1-2, 2-1-2. That's the way I play it when I'm not the shooter. I never want to miss out on an opportunity for that to hit, so I put $5 on it. Some casinos make you do 5-5-5. I would not play on that level on other shooters. Probably, I'm not inclined to do that. But okay, so 9 is the point. Other shooters, I immediately go with a $15 lay odds on the don't pass. That's going to pay 25 plus 10 on the 9 is 35, and I'm going to hand the dealer 35 chips or 35 dollars, and I'm going to ask them to place the inside numbers that are not the point. So point is 9. I'm going to have them place dollar change. So now what I've got, this is my hybrid go-to, and on the on the point of 9, I'm going to play the 5, 6, and 8. I've got $34 in action here, and I've got 35 in protection here, and I'm looking for a long roll without hitting the point and hitting the 5, 8, and 9. Oh, one thing I've been doing lately, and I almost forgot to do this. So I've been getting the hops. You know what? I've been hopping the 4 and 10 because I don't have those covered. I have a hop here. Let me see if I can. I'll just add this. So I put this hop up here. It kind of covers part of my table, so I don't really like to put it out here much. But there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop the 4s and the 10s, dollar change, and that gives me $4 in action to cover those extra, the extra ways that the dice could roll that I've got on the inside on the box. Sorry, in case I roll those early. So there's aces, and we're gonna mark the all tall small. Don't forget to do that. Double the bubble. All right, so Aces does nothing for us, except now I need to replace the $4 hopping. So I'm going to do that. They're going to give me $1 change, and I'm going to keep the hopping 4 and 10 up at this point. Cost me $4. I'm okay with that. There's a 10, easy. All right, so this is why I tend to do this. It's a little cheaper than going ahead and placing it for 10. It cost me 20 bucks to get both of these placed. But early on, I can throw out an extra $4 in risk and cover the 4 and 10. So I like to do that. Okay, so the 10 rolled. Let's mark the all tall small. And that was 10 easy. So the way this hop works, the 4 comes down, the hard 10 comes down. That leaves me $1 with 15 in winnings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the 10 for 10 bucks. And I'm going to pocket this 5. And I'm going to ask them, I'm going to throw in $3 more. I'm sorry, not 3 more. I'm going to throw in $1 more and ask them to move my hop on the 10 over to make the hard 4s hopped. So now I'm still just hopping the last remaining box number for 1 more hit, looking to cover them all eventually. There's a yo. All right, yo 11. All right, mark the all tall small. Yo isn't going to do anything for me except I need to replace the hop on the 4s. So I'm going to do that here. No worries, $2 cost me $2 because we rolled the horn number. And there's a 4. All right, so we actually made the hops work on both sides, the 4 and the 10. There's an easy 4. If it was the hard way, that'd be a $30 winner, but no worries. Okay, so I'm going to lose the hard hop, and that easy hop is going to pay 15. I'm going to take the 1. I'm going to say 15 and down. I'm going to ask the dealers to place the 4 for 10 bucks. Now I'll collect the extra 6. Now what I've got is I've got a scenario. I need to mark the 4 on the all tall small. I've got a scenario where I have all the box numbers covered except the point, because I'm playing against the point on the don't pass. Now I'm ready to go. Everything is set up. Now I would love a long roll without hitting the point. This is where we're at. When you're playing the dark side. 4, easy. All right, so that's a 3 and a 1. 4 is already marked on the all tall small. Now that $10 is going to pay 18. And we're just going to collect that 18 so that and remember, at this point, my risk is on rolling the point, basically. And there's a 5. All right, I marked the 5 on the all tall small. 4-1, easy 5, as they say. That 5 is going to pay 14. I'm going to pay 15 for 1. And I'm going to collect this one. That's $28 that I've collected now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down my odds. I don't really need them anymore. You know what? I'm going to leave them up. I'm going to leave them up a little bit more. I'm going to leave them up a little more. Sometimes it's just a feeling. I just feel like I want to leave them up one more. 5 is the roll, 4-1-5. I'm going to pay 15 for 1. All right, so I'm going to collect that. And now I'm going to pull down my odds and let it ride. 7 out, right? Never pull your don't pass down. Okay, so 7 out, and we'll reset the all tall small so I don't forget to do that later. All right, no worries here. We're going to get paid a quarter. And I'm going to leave that there for now. So we lose all of our box bets. Remember, I had 34 in action, and I won enough to cover that. So here, after one shooter, just one shooter, we've got 100, 200, 300, 325, 330, 337. So I'm up $37 after the first shooter. No problem. Doing all right. And we have a new shooter coming out. I'm not going to get new dice. I'll keep the same dice. So we're moving around the table now. I'm simulating me at a table, and I'm standing here waiting to shoot. The dice are now moved to the next shooter, and I'm going to play $25 don't pass, and I'm going to play 2-1-2 on the all tall small to keep my all tall small up. And new shooter coming out. And we got a 7. All right, so this is what happens. 7 on the come out is a loser on the don't pass. And remember, I had $5 on the all tall small. I don't have any protection on the pass line for the all tall small, so I also lose that. So I had to go back up with a quarter and another all tall small. Let's reset that. So that's $30 it just cost me. And same shooter coming out. There's a 5. All right, so 5 is the point. Mark the 5 on the all tall small. And on the 5, I'm going to put 15 in odds. And to offset that, I'm going to give the dealers $35 and say 34 inside action. They're going to give me $1 in change. And I'm going to cap the 6 and 8. All right. And I am going to ask them to hop the 4 and 10. And they're going to give me $1 in change again. And they're going to hop the 4s and the 10s for $4, $2 each. Here we go. Dice are out. 9, Nina. All right, mark the 9. Now, because an inside number hit, they're going to pay 14. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to collect the 10, and I'm going to just tell them to replace the hops. So I'm going to use the $4 I won, replace the hops on the 4 and 10, and I'm going to rack $10. 6. All right, mark the 6. 6 easy. It's a 5 and a 1. All right, so that 6 is going to pay 14. What I'm going to do, this time I'm going to ask them to go ahead and place the 10. I'm going to ask them to hop the 4, so that's going to cost me $2. So I collect $2. Now I've got the 10 placed. That's going to come down, and I'm going to leave the hop on the 4 up. So I'm just now that I've hit twice, I'm going to go ahead and add the 10. And shooters coming, or shooters got the dice, and they throw a 7. 7 early 7s, no problem. Early 7. It is clear everything off the place bets. Bring that down. We'll win a quarter on the don't pass and 10 in odds. All right. Now I'm going to collect all that. Now remember, because I collected once, I collected 10 extra bucks. I had 34 in action protected by winnings that would win 30, 35. And I added another $10 to that. So after collecting once, that's why I went ahead and added the 10 at that point. I do have to pay a little bit extra for the hops. I'm paying some dollars for the hops, but I'm okay with that. All right. Now here we go again, moving around the table. Now we're on the other side, and we'll just pretend the dice are coming back toward me because the dice have moved to the other end of the table now, and we've got a new shooter and $5 on the all tall small. By the way, I just consider the all tall small kind of a separate bet. It is it's costing me $5 every time, but I'm not so worried about that. Oh, I need to bring down this. Can't even really see that very well, can you? Maybe you can see it better on my other camera. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes I get whitewashed out with the lights. So, anyway, new shooter, and got $25 on the don't pass and $5 for the all tall small. Why do I play the all tall small every shooter? There's a 5, 3, 8. 8 is going to be our point. It feels like every time I play, you get that one time per night, or maybe a couple times if you're lucky, where a shooter will make the all tall small or make this one or the other. If you're not on it all the time, you'll end up dodging it. You'll miss the time it goes hot. I've had that happen to me several times. So I just feel like I would rather I'd rather play at $5 every time and make sure I'm on there when it hits. So when I'm shooting, I usually play it at a little higher limit, but that's up to you to do whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to play with 18 in odds. Now, this is kind of an interesting situation. This is what I do. It's just just the way I play. But if a 6 or an 8 is the point, I'm going to play with 18 in odds instead of 12, 18 to win 15 instead of 12 to win 10. I don't just it pays better, and I feel like I'm taking a risk a little bit um, to win better money anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and take that risk on the 6 and 8 and put 18 in odds to win 15. So 15 is going to win 40 with the $25 on the don't pass. So you can do that however you want to. It's just a way that I like to play. So I'm going to try to dodge that 8. I am going to hop the 4 and 10. You're going to give me $1 and change. 4s and 10s hopping. It's nice when those hit the first time. And if a hard way hits, usually what I'll end up doing is going ahead and placing the 4 and 10. That's a 9, 5 and a 4, 9. Okay, so 9 is going to pay 14. And I'm going to ask them to leave my hops up for the first time. Just collect that, and they're going to keep my $4 and keep the hops up. Here we go. Same shooter coming out. Aces, double the bubble. All right. You always like that when it hits on the all tall small, but there's nothing else being bet on it. You just pass the dice and go back. You get a check one off on the ATS, and you're rolling again. 4. Oh, shoot. Okay, timeout. Timeout on the play. I have been hopping every time. You know I've been hopping. I need to throw out $4 to hop. This is dollar change. That was an error on my part. If I wasn't making a video, I would catch that. But since we're doing it this way, you're going to forgive me, and I'm going to make sure that I get those hops placed because I wasn't betting them yet. And we have a hard 4, so this was the point I was trying to make earlier. A hard 4 pays 30 for 1 instead of 15 for 1. So hard 10s are going to come down. The easy 4 is going to come down. It's going to pay that hard way 30 for 1, and I'm going to ask the dealers to bring me down. So 30 plus my original 1 that stayed up, or would have stayed up. And I'm going to ask the dealer, I'm going to collect that 30, and I'm going to ask the dealers to go ahead and place the 4 and the 10 for 20, 10 each. And I've still collected an extra $10 on that. Yep. Okay, here we go. Now we're positioned. We got every number covered. We hit a 6. All right. And 6 marked on the ATS. 6 is going to win 15 or 14. I'm going to pay 15 for 1. And I'm going to just collect that. And there's a point of 8. All right, so I'm glad this happened. This does happen sometimes. You get nailed on your don't pass. 8 is the point that was hit. Same shooter. Now we have decisions to make. We're going to lose this, and I did put 18 on it, so I'm losing a little more. So 25, 35, 40, $43 that I lost. But I did add the 4 and the 10, and I collected a little bit. So now I've got a decision to make. Do I want to go back up on the same shooter, or do I want to be done with the don't pass? Me, I'm going to let them burn me twice, and that's it. But, so I'm going to go back up with another quarter on the don't pass, and I'm going to put $6 out, hopping the reds, all right? I'm going to hop the reds for $2 each. Now that they're in the middle of a roll, I feel like after several rolls, the bad number is more likely to come. So I'm just going to protect that 7 with $6 hedging. There's a 9. All right, no worries. 9's already covered on the all tall small. 9 is the point. That's okay. I'm going to move. Whoops. So what am I doing? I'm going to move to the 8. And now I've got a point of 9. So I'm going to go ahead and put another 15 in odds out here. Okay, 15 to win 10 plus the 25. I'm going to leave everything up because the 4 and 10 were from winnings. I still have everything across. I'm hoping that the roll extends, but again, I'm hoping they don't knock the point off right away. Okay, we're not going to knock the point off, but we are going to have a 7 out quick. So this is the bummer of this particular strategy. I am hedged here, so I'm okay. I've got this hybrid where I'm covered on the don't pass, but I did lose 43 last time making that point. So we immediately set a new point and then we sevened out. And that's not the best case scenario because yes, I did put another don't pass out, so I'm protected there. But I would have preferred to roll a few points or a few numbers and collect on these box numbers before sevening out. That would be my preference. So we're gonna get paid a quarter plus 10, and we'll rack all this. And when that kind of thing happens, it's not the best case scenario, but it is what it is. So I am now down a little bit. I think one, two, yeah, I'm probably down a quarter. So you get burned on the don't pass sometimes, and nothing you can do about it. You can decide what to do at that point, but this is just the way I play. Now it's me. Finally got around to me. I'm the shooter, so now I'm switching over to a $15 pass line, and I'm going to ask the dealers to give me a 4-2-4 on the all tall small and a $5 horn high ace deuce. Okay, so they're gonna put me up on the all tall small for 4-2-4. All right. $15 don't pass. I mean $15 pass line, and $5 covering me on the ace deuce. And now I'm gonna roll. I'm the shooter. Yeah, I'm the shooter. And here we go. Let's see how this goes. And there's an ace deuce. This is I roll ace deuces. It's a high probability for me when I'm shooting with this dice set that ace deuce is rolled on the come out. So I do bet that horn high ace deuce. That means there's $2 on the ace deuce. I lose my pass line, so I lost 15. And the way I like to do this to show what happens here is this is actually a $2 bet on the ace deuce. Everything else comes down, and that $2 bet is going to win $30. So that's the way I like to show it. And actually, I'm going to get changed because I need to put my pass line back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the 5 is 30. I get to keep the $2, right? So I'm going to keep the $2. Replace the horn high ace deuce, replace $15 on the pass line, and there's 10 extra bucks here that I get to rack. All right. Some people like to press up their horn. You know what? I'm going to leave it like this. All right. Let's try this again. 4, easy 4, 3, 1. All right, mark the 4. And we lose the horn. And now I'm going to toss in, let's see, 60. No, let's do it this way. 75. Okay. And that's going to be 9 and change. I'm going to ask the dealers to give me 66 inside action. Oops. All right. So that's 3 units on each number. 18 on the inside, 6 and 8. And on the 4, I'm going to go ahead and put some odds down there. And we're ready to go. That's a 6, 5, 1, easy 6. All right. So again, I'm trying to simulate me playing at the table, and this is me practicing like I play. So there's that 16 is going to win 21. And what I'm going to ask the dealers to do is take me straight on up to 30. And that's going to be 15. So here we go. There's 30. And I keep this. And let's clean this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a quarter. First hit, I'm going to go full pressure right on up to what's this? Yeah, this is theirs. All right, so I'm going straight on up to 30. All right. I want to press once and then I'll collect. And there's another ace deuce. 3, 2, 1, 3. Shocker. Nothing on it. See a horn, bet a horn. I like the concept. Don't always do it, but let's do this. I'm going to go horn high, yo, since I just rolled the 3. Aces. All right. Aces, double the bubble. Well, at least I saw a horn, bet a horn. I picked the wrong number, but that's okay. Whoops, dice rolled there. It was a 1 and a 1. Whoops. Where we go? There we go. 1, 1. All right, so horn high, ace deuce. It's like having $1 on the aces. So we lose this, and that's going to pay $30. All right, so I'm going to keep the horn up. I'm going to go keep on the yo, and I'm going to just rack the 26 bucks. Now, let's see if we can do it again. Not really trying to, but sometimes when you're throwing them, you get into a streak, and that's what you're doing. 9, all right. Mark the 9 on the ATS. We lose our horn. Okay. 9 is going to pay 21. And I'm going to ask the dealer to take us to a quarter. There's 25 for that. They're going to give me this 11. And now I've got 2 numbers pressed up. Okay. Dice are out. Hard 4. All right. Hard 4 made the point. It's going to be a point made. It's 15 up front and 30 for the 15 in the back. And what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to go ahead and place, whoops, runaway chip. I'm going to place the 4 for 15. And I'm going to place the 10 for 15, and that's the way I'm going to play that. I'm going to collect the quarter. And, oh, I got this here too. I'm going to go back up with the horn high ace deuce. All right, protecting my pass line. And dice are out. Here we go. $12 midnight. All right. Box cars. Mark the 12 on the all, tall, small. Now again, with a horn high ace deuce, that means there's $1 on each of the horns, $2 on the ace deuce. That was why it's high. So I'm going to replace this with $1.12 because it makes it easier to explain. That $1.12 is going to pay 30. I'm going to put $1 back on the horn high ace deuce, and I'm going to pocket the 26 bucks. Now, how they would pay it out, they would just keep the horn high ace deuce here, and they would pay you the 26 bucks. They'd pay you the difference to keep it up. But oh, I also lose the pass line. I'll make sure I keep that honest. I need some change because I don't have any white chips, so they're going to give me some change. $3 back on the pass line, or 3 chips back on the pass line, $15. And we're ready to go. Dice are out. 6, easy. 5 and a 1. All right. Lose the horn. And I'm going to go ahead and put $30 in odds behind the line. And unfortunately, that is the second time I hit it, but I hit it on the come out, so I don't get anything. Got to hit it again. That's okay. No worries there. Ace deuce. All right. 2 and a 1. See a horn, bet a horn. Let's go horn high, yo. Still haven't done that. All right, dice are out again. And there's a 5-1-6. All right, point made. We lose the horn high. Gonna get paid 15 in the front and 36 in the back. 30 page 36. And we'll collect all this except I'm gonna put the $30 back on the 6. I'm gonna put a nickel on the horn high ace deuce. You know what? I'm gonna go horn high yo this time. I haven't rolled a yo yet. You know what? Nope. I'm gonna play with the probabilities. This is or not the probabilities, but the hot number. I've rolled more horn high ace deuce. Haven't rolled a horn or a yo yet, so I'm gonna stick with the one I've been rolling. Probably the better idea. And dice are out. All right, hard 4. That's the point of 4 again. All right. So I'm going to put the 15 back in odds. Everything else stays the same. Still looking for that 5 on the ATS, and clearly I am not rolling 5s. I should maybe switch sets, but I'm not quite that far in my dice training to really be able to know exactly which sets to switch to, so I'll just keep it here. Hey, there's the yo. All right, yo 11. We'll mark the yo finally on the ATS. And I'm going to take a horn high ace deuce again. See a horn, bet a horn. Okay, dice are out. And there's a hard 4. I do know that I roll hard 4s. That's a point again. Second time I've made a point of 4. Lose the horn high. I'm going to get paid 15 up front, 30 in the back. Going to go ahead and replace the 15 again and just collect the rest of this. Horn high ace deuce. And ready to go. That 5 is sitting there hanging out, waiting for it to be rolled. One of the options I could do, now my casino pays 34 to 1 or 35-4-1 on the all tall small when I make the small. So on that, I've got $4 on that. A $4 times 35 is 120, I believe. Is that right? Does that sound right? No, 140. 35 times 4, 140. My apologies. Math is not my strong suit. So I'm going to win 140 if I can roll a 5. One thing I'll often do is I will hedge that by laying against the 5. I could go ahead and lay about $60 to win 40, and that would protect me a little bit and give me a guaranteed win. If I bet 60, then I'm still winning 80 if the 5 would roll. Since I'm just having fun here, I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like it is. But when you have one box number left as the only one you need to hit, consider laying it if you've got a bigger bet on the all tall small. It's an option. 9, Nina. 6 and a 3, 9. All right. 9 is the point. And I lose the horn high again. Now I'm going to move the 9. Again, I had it pressed up, but now it hit it while it was on the come out. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a nickel and press it to $30 in odds. And here we go. There it is, 3, 2, 5. All right. So no lay. I avoided that temptation, and we hit the all small. And I've got 15 on here, so 15 is going to pay 21 for the bet, and I'm going to ask them to take it to a quarter. I'm going to rack the $11 and bring that down. I'll go ahead and put a quarter on that, and the all small is going to pay 140. Sorry, 140. One black chip, one green chip, 3 red chips, and we'll rack that up. All right, now this is a little bit strange. One of my most frequently rolled numbers with this set is an 8, and I have not rolled a single one yet. That tells me my dice aren't doing exactly what they should be doing for me, but it is what it is. All right, dice round. And there's a 7, 4, 3. How many times have you seen it where they pay the all tall small, they get that small hit, then they pay it, it takes a little while, everything resets. The very next roll is a 7. Next roll is a 7 out. All right, so my shot is over. And all this comes down. And we reset for the next shooter. Now, I think that maybe this video is getting a little longer now, so we'll just do that. We'll call it the end. Now, I played through my hybrid strategy with 3 other shooters, then I got the dice, and I shot okay, hit the small, and now we're going to color up. So let's see where we're at. And sometimes after a good roll is time just to call it a day. But let's see, we got 1 black chip. All right, so there's 100, 200, 300, 400. I started with 300. And 25, 50, 60, 65. Oops. There's 15. 15 in whites. We'll get rid of that. 100, 200, 300, 400, 425, 1, 2, 75, 80. So $480. So I'm up 180. That was a good shot by me. Probably could have done a little better had I not had I played a little bit better on the other shooters. But anyway, nice session. And anyway, I want to show you a little bit more about how I shoot the dice and how I bet when I shoot the dice, and then also obviously how I play around a table where I'm the shooter and then other people shoot, and kind of simulate what happens when you're really playing. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little unconventional, but hopefully it was good for you. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.